I hear the sounds of your heartbeat. I can hear it now. I can hear it now. I hear the sounds. I can hear it now. Of your heartbeat.
Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. Brian with the Body Healer here. Drink your water, people. So, thank you, my loyal subscribers, for coming back. Thank you for the likes, the shares, the subscribes, the comments. I really love it. I appreciate it so much. New person. That's you. Welcome to my channel. You're called the new. You're the new person in town, right? So you're the new guy. FNG. You can figure that out. Just put the new guy at the end. You figure out the F. All right? That's how I say it. Anyways, welcome. Come on in. Sit down. Put your feet up. Take your shoes off. Relax. Grab yourself a coffee, a water, whatever you're gonna do, because I'm gonna get into it. So, what I've been doing was in this time of transition, obviously doing a lot of reflecting and some inner work, you know, that we do, right? And so, wanted to share with you another segment of this tarot, which is the messages for you, obviously, because I'm doing my service. But I'm going to throw in a little bit of what I like to call useless knowledge. It's not useless knowledge, really. It's just I have an exuberant amount of things that I know. Some of them I don't know how I know. That's why the High Priestess is involved with the Empress, right? Anyways, so I'm going to just randomly stop the tarot in between a message or something like that. I'm going to bust out these factoids, okay? Little randoms, okay? I'm just going to do that. I'm going to call them randoms. You know, and so, you know, that's what I'm doing with that part. But then the last part of this whole thing, I know I've been talking for how long? A minute, 58 seconds, whatever. It's been a while. Sit down. You're supposed to relax. Don't stress it. Let's go. I don't do that. Go to another show if you're all about that. Okay, so what I do now with the second phase of this is I'm going to do the tarot messages, obviously. Then I'm going to do the, like I said, the random factoids, right? Just to get what I know out to y'all, because this is the collective, right? This is a collective reading for everybody. I don't do personal readings and blah 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 blah, because I ain't like anybody you've ever seen in your entire life. So here we go. Okay. So the last part, as I keep talking, is going to be an intuitive exercise that I've been doing for a while, but now I'm making it public. Okay. So when I do these readings, I you know, shit comes to me, right? Calm down. But what I've been really doing is I've been fine-tuning that and trying to focus on a specific signs for the reading. So I was focusing on Scorpio. So I took notes, right? Because Scorpio's next. Welcome, Scorpios. Come on, sit down. You know, light a cigarette, whatever you got to do, right? Get your wine. Have a snack. Anyways, what I do with this intuitive exercise is that I have been able to meditate. Obviously, I already know how, but I've been focusing that on a lot more of just tuning out and focusing on, right? And then seeing, hearing things, okay? I don't do the songs like everybody else does, and you know, I mean, that's good for them because that's how their skill works as far as the other readers, right? That's commendable, because we all have skills and traits that some of us know we have, some of us, you know that we don't, but we all commend each other for having them. That's why we're here, for you. So, intuitive exercise number 1, starting with Scorpios. Here's my list. As I was meditating on the cards for Scorpio to get a message, there was things that came into my head that I seen, and things that came into my head about hearing and feeling, okay? So all my senses were tingling like spidey senses, right? So the first thing I picked up on was for Scorpios was this passion, right? Fire. You know, when we think of the fire and the passion and shit like that, it's like the wands, right? Spirit. So Scorpios are in the spirit of passion and they're very hot. But they are following their typical traits and they're being analytical, right? And worried. For some reason, just this worry popped up in my head, okay? And then I felt like I was like, not high or not drunk, but I just felt like I was like loose, you know what I mean? I was like too loose. I was too comfortable. I was too relaxed. I was too engaged. I was too this, too that, too this, too that. But then with that, I felt this, this gut of like, oh my God, like fighting with your inner self about something or someone. This is all the intuitive exercise that I developed to get a better focus on the Scorpio during my meditation to get this for you here. This is why I'm saying it. So, I think with what I got was with the inner fighting itself, because you were too all over the place with, you know, sometimes Scorpios are like that. You know, they just go and they just hit it and go and, you know, not hit it like that, but you know, they want a sandwich, you go for the sandwich, that's it, boom, and they got other shit on the list they gotta do, and they just keep all that doing, you know what I mean? But with this, I think there's like some kind of pain or escape that's associated with that. So the inner self fighting is what I got was the pain and or escape. So maybe using that to escape. And that's frustrating to you, but you're ready. Whatever you're ready for, I have no idea. We're going to find out now what that is. So those are my intuitional notes for you, Scorpios. Here, if 6 minutes in, whatever. I've been on vacation, I guess. Transitioning, huh? Here we go. Okay. First card out the deck for the top of your energy is going to be this. I know that seemed kind of long, huh? But I did the introduction of my other two little skits, so that's what it is. So the first card out for you is this. Yeah. The Five of Pentacles. So, what that says to me is that you feel maybe a little left out, or I don't really feel like out in the cold, right? I don't feel that. I feel more like of change, okay? Like the fives represent change, and so with the Pentacles, there's a change, okay? I can't tell you if it's good or bad yet. We're going to find out right now. So let's finish this energy off with you. Okay. Eight of Cups. Scorpio's Eight of Cups. So with the Five of Pentacles and the Eight of Cups, that suggests a change that you are being guided to take and leave things behind you that don't serve you. Right? These cups are empty. That's your emotion. So these things you've already ran through, and they have runneth empty. And so now you're being guided by this here moon card. Technically, it's like the second phase of the real moon card, right? So that's the major arcana, that's the minor arcana, that's another factoid. Anyways. This moon here is the divine guiding the Scorpios to definitely leave some shit in the past, to have this change, fives, this change of your stability. Now let's get into the reading. Noobs, hope you're comfortable, because what I'm going to do now is that is the balance of your duality. So that is your yin and your yang, because we all have it. If you don't understand it, Google that shit. Anyways, we have a divine purpose here for most of us. Some of us don't. We all have a meaning. I don't know. I don't get into that. But the whole thing about the balance is the masculine and the feminine side are in one each. Everybody has this. Deal with it, accept it. Just like we have a good side about us and we have a bad side about us. Get it? Same shit. This is the cards that represent that. Got it? Good. So now I'm going to lay the story out, which are going to be a total of 16, wait, yeah, I'm going to lay a total cards of 18 cards all together. And the way I do that is not like any other tarot reader. It takes a little bit of time. People are like, oh my God, just get on with it. Well, if you're that impatient, thank you. Hit the like button on the way out. And don't let that ding dong bell, notification bell hit you on the way out. So, 18 cards all together. Break it down. 1 minus 8. 1 from 8. However you want to do this new math is 7. 7 is the divine. Obviously, that's who I'm rooting for. Whose side I'm on. So, here we go. First card out for you. 10 minutes later is this. King of Cups. A very big, generous love offer. Somebody that is of stature, someone is a marriage material, someone that is grounded in their emotions, someone that takes action as a king, obviously, with a big cup of love for you, Scorpios. Right. It's fantastic, okay? So, this makes sense. Or this could be you. You could be like, hey, this is what I got. You know what I'm saying? I'm like the king over here. You could be a female that is in the masculine energy. So what I mean is you have a feminine body, but you have an internal spirit of a masculine. That's how we figure it out in this tarot land shit. Okay, that's your other half. That's your duality, right? That's the sun and the moon. That is your personality. Those are your emotions. Let's keep going. Okay. More factoids. Next card out. Those wands. You're not letting them stop you. Look at you. You have the advantage. You have the higher ground. You're standing your ground. You're in a defensive posture. You're ready to kick butt from the self-defense classes that you've learned. Yeah. Anyways, you know what I mean. So the 7 of Wands is really saying that, you know, hey, you know, you're not gonna let anything stand in your way. Okay, your determination is strong as a king because you have a lot to offer. A lot of love in there. So, Hermit card comes next. Okay, so this is to really say, because you have to be defensive against others that are trying to come at you, per se with the 7 of Wands, because they know that you're all about this. You're like, nah, baby cakes, yeah. Give a little kiss right here. But that puts you in the hermit mode because you know it's like more of, you have a light bulb. At night, you turn it on. Here comes the moth. Right? Every time guaranteed. This is what that is like. This is why you're in the hermit mode. Right? Because you know people are coming at you, you're holding your ground, you know, you got the edge, because you're the king. Okay, let's keep going here. This is delicious. Delicious. Well, the Queen of Swords comes out. So because you're in this hermetized mode, Scorpios, you're very defensive. You're very quick to cut people off. You have a sharp tongue. You're very precise and direct. Shall we continue? Five of Cups. This could say 2 things. You are disparaged because you are in this energy. You maybe feel that you don't want to be in this defensive posture, cutting people off quick, and going within and always trying to see, over-analyzing, analytical, like I have my intuition, those ding, 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 that you are just really churning and churning and churning. 5 of Cups. Or the second part of this could be that there's a need to change the way you feel about being so defensive and quick to cut people off because you go and hide in yourself. And then you analyze, and that's a little frustrating because you have to stand your ground when you're the mother effing loving king. Okay, so take that how that resonates. Okay, let's see the list. Oh yeah, fighting yourself. I got that. Let's see, passion. Well, you're the king. Analyzing, worried, hermit. Pain, escape, fighting inner self, 5 of Cups. Ready, it's all on the list. Queen of Swords, you're ready. I don't know, my intuition just said it, I wrote it, and this is what you got. And it kind of really relates exactly to the cards I just laid out in very specific order. Okay, so let's keep going. So the Wheel of Fortune comes. The wheel, the hamster, turn, 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 karmic wheel, right? That is another card that I want to pull because I'm not going to say what I think I want to say. I want to pull it to what I feel. I knew it. Okay, Temperance. Right. So, where I was going with that is that with this wheel, you, my Scorpio, beautiful people that you are, you need to have this patience and balance and, okay, look at this real close. Look at, okay, I keep forgetting the camera, it's not backwards, whatever. This is the balance that you need, Temperance card. This is the balance, okay? You are of a divine stature, you are in your higher self, right? And so with this here is your passion, and this is your emotions, right? So this depicts you mixing them and balancing them together evenly, right? So what I'm picking up here is saying that for this hamster wheel whoosh, to change and turn into your favor to get you out of this despair and this Queen of Swords energy with going in after you do your ninja cutting and then you run and then you're like, oh my God, I feel so bad. But they were all coming at me because they know I'm the fucking king. Excuse my French. That will all change when you decide to mix those energies together in a balance. So you need to get your passions, which involves your emotions, together. You also need to get your cup. Think about it, analyze it, see where one side is more than the other. Is it you're driven by your passion or you're driven by your emotions? You know what I mean? Your spirit, is that driving you, or your emotions and your ego driving? This is what you gotta balance for this wheel to turn, for this to change. 5 is change, baby. 2 ways to go. You're at a fork. You split to the left, it is the temperance and balance. You split to the right, well, the wheel spins that way because it's heavier on that side, and so you're in despair, and you're gonna stay in this energy. And that only means is like you have to look at the dark side of yourself and the light side of yourself and see which is heavier, and you have to just throw a little on the other side. Balance it out with temperance. And because you know, got your shit together, because you are independent and single and strong, as a Scorpio normally is, that's in their higher selves. You know, you got your bank, because the Pentacles are about money, right? So you got your bank, you're grounded because you're standing there with 2 columns of money, like you got a nice little set. And you got a little pretty dress on, and you're looking fantastic, and your hair's did, your nails are surely done, and there's a bird on your head. Who's your friend? Yeah. So you got it going on. You've attained this stability of being independent, right? And that's part of the beauty of being that king, right? Because the king has to be that. I mean, though not in a marriage sense of with the queen, but as the king singularly, then yes, that motherfucker's got it going on. So this is representation of that clarity. Okay, so now we're gonna keep going here. I know I've been jabbling and babbling, but I'm throwing my intuition in here, and I'm also using these intuitional messages that I meditated on before the session and got you this exactly to confirm with that and this and that and that and see. Okay, so this is good reading. This is a good reading, but like I said, this is the fork in the road. So do you want the pasta or you want the salad? I guess I don't know, but you gotta maybe have a little bit of pasta and a little bit of salad. Then you're good. You know what I mean? That's all it takes. Okay, here we go. Next time. Okay, so this is the Knight. I knight you. Knight of Swords. So in your mind, you're going to take this action. And you got that sword because you are the Queen of Swords. So you are ripping that shit hard. And you are chugging your mind to get that balance and temperance. Righto! That's great. Holy shit. Okay, well, I mean, like, I wouldn't think that Scorpios wouldn't be that determined if they seen some shit lopsided in their life, you know. Here we go. And that brings in, or you're taking action. Ooh, this is good, Scorpios. Look at you. Look at you. Look at you. That's you after you do this. So do this, and this is happening, okay? Beautiful, elegant, you know, single, independent. You are going to take this action in your mind to separate this kind of way to have that temperance and allow the karmic wheel to change if you take the right fork in the road. So now then that you're doing that, you're going right for this. You are going to explore your emotions and you want to join forces with somebody and make it one. So you want to have a relationship. You want to be with somebody. You want to explore those emotions to the fullest that you can because you are coming in. You know what I'm saying? So that's really what it is. I mean, you gotta know where you have your deficiencies and your strengths, and then, you know, if one's more sided, lopsided than the other one, it's going to cause a little bit of imbalance. And this is all it really is. It's not really huge, so don't go back, oh my God. No, it's not like that. It's just a simple deciding, hey, when I wake up this morning, I usually do this, this. But this time, this is saying, hey, if you get up and you step off on the left foot instead of the right foot every morning, and then instead of brushing your teeth right away, you start combing your hair, well, that is the temperance, the balance. Maybe something of those examples are minimal, but every little thing counts. So this is really calling for you to balance yourself in that way, to allow that wheel to change, for you to now be shown for your whole self, balanced. Yin and yang, baby. Here we go. And it's the Fool card that comes next. So this is saying, don't be a fool and stay in this hermit mode, because the Fool card is with the Temperance card, and the Temperance card is with the Hermit card. So don't be a fool and not mixing this balance, or you're going to stay in this hermit mode. Next, last card of the session before we get to the outcome, the verdict. Ooh. The Sun. That is so beautiful, Scorpios. I cannot even deal with how. Look at temperance. It's all about the balance, baby. The temperance. If you do this, you're going to let go of the Queen of Swords to turn into the Nine of Pentacles, man. Or man. And so you put the sword down. You put on your best summer dress. You got your purse full. You're walking in your shoes, your makeup, all that shit's good. And you're walking right into the sun with your partner. Who you were looking for. Charging hard too. So don't be a fool. Amen. Wow. It's just that fork. And that fork isn't even like anything hard from what this is really saying. It's kind of like you're keeping yourself stuck. You know? Okay, so here we go. This is the outcome, the verdict, the plea deal, the go home and take a shower thing, whatever. Here it is. Just like in the beginning we had 2, we're going to have 2 at the end. So here it is. Oh, 5 of Swords. Bang! Normal tarot people know what that is. Other people that don't know what it is, it looks pretty messed up. You know what I mean? It's like, come on, I dare you. I dare you. Come on and do it. But still defensive because he's got a barrier of the swords and 2 of them behind him. So he's like, ooh, maybe I gotta just put on a show of force because I have these behind me and I can't really turn around and get them to keep fighting because I'm gonna stab me back. We're gonna eliminate that definition because this here is saying once the sun pops up, honey darlings, then the change in your mind occurs because 5s are changes and swords are your minds. End of story with that. So your mind is now changed off. Verify here. Your mind is changed, right? Once you do this temperance, the wheel will turn because the relationship is there. You will explore that. The karmic wheel will turn and you won't have to push off and fend off all these people that you have to stand your ground with because you're the king, right? So allow yourself down that balance, walk into the sun, and don't be a fool, and your mind will change itself once you start taking those kind of actions. So last card, here we go. Wow, there it is. That is amazing. Page of Pentacles. So here comes an offer or a new start of what? Stability. Your Pentacles is your, earthly realm. It's your money. It's your job. It's your finances. So this seems to work out pretty good because it's a grounded offer. It's stable. It's, that coin's pretty big. Got some bank going on, but it's solid is what that really means, right? So, Scorpio, what do you think about that? Oh, here's the session where we do the factoid. If you want to think about this, let me make you think about that. Okay, did you know that the Great Pyramid of Egypt in Giza, right? 2 things. 1, the rivers go up. Weird, but it goes up, meaning that somehow, because it's below the equator or something like that, it goes up. And then the ones in the northern hemisphere kind of like split the earth in half. Egypt's down here. The Nile drains into the sea, right? Anyways, the real fact is that with the pyramid, this is what I learned. The base of the pyramid, all around here, right? If you do your math, because I suck at math, but if you do your math, that comes out to something like, I don't know, 3, don't quote me here, but this is, this is just random, hey, we're buddies, we're just talking shit. This isn't very, let's get the Facebook squad out here and let's gig this guy. No. It's like 300, it's like 3,500,000, 3,600,000, 3,650,000 square inches, something like that. It's a very high number of 3 million, right? So 365, so 365 million inches. However they measure, some shit like that. But the circumference, this is the point, the circumference, that mathematical, dimensional, stupid equation that they get for a number comes out to 365 when you break it down. Okay, 365. So now let's break this down to 365 here. Right. Now let's break it down more. with the circumference in the inches, which is like 3 million, blah, 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 blah. That is, my friends, the exact distance to the sun. Yes. I'm not paraphrasing it here. I'm not getting it exact, verbatim. It's whatever, out the door. It's the generalization of the random. So, boom, there it is. Circumference of the pyramid, the Great Pyramid, equals 3,060,000, blah, 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 blah. And that is the exact distance from the pyramid to the sun. Then, the 365 is the actual count of the year. So, that's random. I know I was a little nervous on that because I know y'all are gigging me and being like, oh, it's not all about the exact words and the facts. Point is, you do that, you Google it, you'll see. Hit me up in the comments. Peace and pray. We'll see you again.